So, welcome to Freedom Square Live. And this morning, we are having a handful because just this very week, like just ending, too many things happened around our states, our nation, and actually in diaspora. The war in Iran is still ongoing. It's not abating, so it's still a topical issue. Um, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, together with the wife, First Lady of Nigeria, some top members of his cabinet, some state governors, had a state visit to the United Kingdom. And for 2 days, they were guests to the family, and as well as the 10 Down Street, where you have Mr. Starmer as the Prime Minister. And they came back, they said there was a lot of bilateral agreement that were signed, strategic MOUs, and a lot of Nigerians had the opportunity to shake hands and drink tea with the monarchy. And so this morning, we want to have a conversation around Mr. President's visit to the United Kingdom, and matters are rising. And don't forget that just with the same week in Enugu, two men of importance, former first gentleman of Enugu State, Governor Wine had his birthday. The current governor of Enugu State, Peter Mba, also had his birthday. Got inaugurated for a second term, all just within the same week, and other issues around us. So that's the handful. Of course, I also have a handful of analysts to do justice to this handful of topics. So who do we have here? We have all members of the guild of the affairs analysts, all seated. Almost, but one have almost a clean shave. What do you call Goribakba? Only one man has, okay. So, who do we have? Ibuke Ambrose, PhD, because he's chairman of the guild. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Chief Vice Chairman of the Guild. Good morning, listeners.
Okay. If you call him a dog, you'll be right. If you call him a professor, you will also be right. So he's Dr. Professor Tinubu. Because he's the man who manages our well-being. If you're looking robust and healthy because of him, he's our welcome. How are you, sir? Prof.
No, Papa, no, it's a total man. There's only a guy in Tata, and I'm school to talk.
Yes, so and of course, you know, in the analyst, we bake bread a lot. And we have a master baker who can bake any bread. Only the analyst will know this language. So if you want to know the language, you have to become an analyst. The next person who knows this language is Governor's media man, Charlie Chubu. He's been inducted into the Hall of Fame. But beyond that, our next guest is the communication expert, is actually heading Mascom right now, if I'm right, IMT. He's a developmental communicator. He's been teaching for a long time. And if it was in the university, he should probably be wearing the tag of a professor. I think the time that dichotomy is broken. Because to whom much is due, much is also expected. We begin to confer professorship on those techniques. And so, Chukwudi Nyamoka, PhD.
Papa, I thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here this morning. And I want to also invite you to knead the flour if you want fresh bread. You will have to supply the flour, and then our chairman will be the chief kneader of the flour. And then Enugu ekelekwa munu n'ụtụtụ anụnwa na ndị na-egekwa anyị from all over the world.
Okay. Also, in the studio is a man. The moment I woke up and I was saying, can I stop this man's messages from entering my phone? He was doing ah. And I called another friend, he said there's this 101 journalist. That when he begins to drop his messages or blocked, you can't, he doesn't stop. Even if you are trying to do something with your phone, it doesn't work. Because he keeps interrupting your peace, so to speak. Well, what does that speaks to the fact that he's quite a very vibrant journalist. Somebody yesterday or 2 days ago made a joke. He said one of the well-to-do journalists in say why. See, like this phone I have a job.
And the transformer.
Yeah, the phone I have a phone it doesn't matter. How people can afford this kind of phones? Well, I'm not surprised because he's a chancellor of Desktop. Click to the man, how are you, sir?
Well, let me just keep calm because I'm behind the bread breaker. So I am very much secured because by the time I'm giving some breads, all the pressures you put on my head right now will be eased off. And I use just 3 inconsequential phones to avoid everybody putting nose on. Very inconsequential. If you tabulate all of them, it's not up to an iPhone 7 equivalent. So because it's just amateur judge. And we also welcome you to the show. And if they say I'm the S-checker, please, is our money missing?
Okay, I like this idea of amateur or joy. Now what I will tell you is only the rich can buy joy.
that is true.
But it's true, it's really
No, they can still dash you. The judge, the magic way.
Only the rich person can dash you.
So, gentlemen, there's something I want us to reflect. In my intro, I talked about the birthday. One on the 17th of March, and the other the 20th of March. And these are men that have affected our state and are still affecting our impact on our state. But there's something I found out. Peter Mba became governor at the age of 51. Ifeanyi became governor at the age of 51.
How did you know that? That's what was on my mind.
Ifeanyi became governor at
calculating it. Yes.
okay?
Yeah.
And so, Ifeanyi left at 59. If Ifeanyi gets a second tenure, he will leave at 59. Yeah, but in March, gentlemen, for me, when you do the kind of research that I was doing and you are doing too,
Yes.
you now find out what actually happened. It's one coincidence that is just not very common. With a governor leaving, a governor coming in, and 51 years old, 59 years old, and things like that. March babies, you call them. So our first thing is charity. I was told does not begin abroad; it begins from home. So first thing, 17th of March was Peter Mba's that day. We're going to take 2 minutes each to wish him happy birthday, and say while we're wishing him happy birthday. Dr. Boke.
Both of them?
One.
Okay.
One.
Okay, fortunately also coincidentally, 17th of March for Catholics is a very big feast day in Nigeria, the feast of St. Patrick's, which is our second patron saint after Our Lady Queen of Nigeria. So it's a very, in fact, St. Patrick used to be the patron saint of Nigeria until we got independence in 1960, and when I said Our Lady Queen of Nigeria. So it's a very significant day also in the church. And as the governor himself told me one time, he said that he's a church boy. So coincidentally, a church boy having a church birthday, a very feast day like that. So we wish him a happy birthday. And as I always say, there are some people who, I always tell people that everything we have achieved in life is our role is there as people, as persons. But at the same time, you are not the best in whatever you do most of the time. There are people who are better than you. There are people who do things, who even put more effort than you do, and the rest. And the rest is God's grace. And for Governor Peter Mba, if you check his life history and trajectory, you will just know that God has been with him. God's grace has been with him. and he's highly blessed by the Almighty. The things he have achieved at tender age, even in his 20s and the rest, is very phenomenal. And that is for somebody who has been destined for greatness and is living out that grace. So we wish him long life, we wish him prosperity, we wish him more wisdom to be able to govern the state that God has entrusted to him. And for us in the Enugu, we pray for his success, because when he succeeds, the state succeeds. And when the state succeeds, we are all better for it. Happy birthday, Your Excellency.
Okay, thank you very much. And Prof, what do you say to His Excellency the Governor? Just